Okay, start of a new project. Here we can see we've got some old sleeper steps. These are rotting. Taking all these out, taking this wooden fencing out, all these retainers. What we've got down here, we have to take out these plants here, keep them for later on. I'm going to be building a wall along here. This section here is going to become a ecosystem wildlife pond using Aquascape products. Waterfall up the top. We're going to be turning these steps into paved slabs with a concrete form base, and up top it's all going to be paving slab. Using these pavers here, and then we're going to obviously be planting new pollinator friendly plants around the pond and in this border down here as well. So a lot to do. Should be a good project though. Okay, so day one, morning on the job. See, we've had some rain over the weekend after I'd set everything up, which is fine. It's probably taking the edge off the soil a bit. Might be a bit easier for digging. So first tasks, get all these shrubs cleared here and here in these beds. I'm going to try and save the two red robin bushes and the little hedge there. The other taller ones I'm going to dig out. Got a skip out front, get that area cleared, start digging it over, remove all the sleepers, all the fencing panels there, and let's get it back to level. Okay, so this is the route back to the skip for the job. That's not too bad. Put some boards down here with this little pathway. Just around the corner. There we go. So that is where we're going. day one. This is all pretty much cleared on this top section. I'll pull this membrane back tomorrow, wrap up all these bits. I've run out of room in the skip. I filled the big one up today, which I'll show you in a minute. So all this will go in the new skip. I've still got these plants and these bushes even to pull out. We're going to keep them. Just got to get this stump out of here tomorrow because the new steps are going to come this way, ready for the new concrete in. So we've got all this sleepers out of these two beds. And then I'll just show you the skip. Can't really get too much more in there. Hopefully that'll squash down a bit overnight. And the skip driver will be kind. But I might have to jump on that and squeeze it down a little bit. Good morning, day 2. We've had some rain overnight, so it's just damping it all down again. So what I need to achieve today, I need to get this stump dug out down here. I need to get all this cleared, save the 2 bushes, the red robin and the hedging over there. Everything else dug out. There's another stump down here to dig out. I need to, where are we? Clear these steps. There's still some timber and concrete in these steps down here. And then lastly, we have some concrete here, needs digging out, because obviously this is going to be the pond area. So yeah, should be another good day. So this one here is a bit of a beast, as you can see. It goes pretty deep, some pretty thick roots on it. I've cut several of the main ones that I can see, but I'm going to need to really get under this one because it don't really want to move. So let's get on it. Okay, so we've got the 2 stumps out, one this side, one over there. Just clearing this membrane up now, wrapping that up. I've got one more section down here just to wrap up. Give this top section a rake over, and then with any excess soil, I'm just going to level this over before putting the hardcore over. I want to have a slope away from the steps back to this small triangular area off to the side, so I want the water running that way, not down the steps towards the pond and the flower beds. So once that membrane's done, I'm going to start excavating this section where the pond's going to be. I've got that concrete section there. As I dig away here, I'll expose the roots of this bush and the red robin, which the customer wants to keep in. So that'd be the easier way of doing it rather than going in and trying to dig them out. Just bring the soil this way, excavate it, and then I should be able to rock them out. Also, worth noting over here, previous contractors left this armoured electrical cable, which just disappears under the ground here, and nobody needs to know where it goes. It's not actually connected in the house. The other end is, you know, kitchen unit, and I've got an electrician going to be connecting that to a fuse spur for me. So another job I'm going to do today is just cut this here, get a waterproof outside connection on it, and then I'll be running some more cable, armoured cable, when I've formed this concrete base under the floor over here, and then I will be putting a wooden post of some sort, screw a double socket on for the pump and the lights for the waterfall and the pond. So yeah, coming on nicely. So, a bit of a side mission for me at the minute. The Cambrian boulders just turned up for the pond and waterfall. So, I unloaded the 300 to 600, the big boys, from a pallet, and I'm just going to unload the mediums to get that pallet away from that section of the drive because skip's being picked up and a new one delivered tomorrow now, unfortunately. So I've been handy to that as today, but it's not a problem. I can carry on with other things. Just keep the smaller ones there on the corner. It's not going to do any problem there. So yeah, let's get these boulders moved. It's not a bad thing unpacking them because you can see the shapes, what's got the flat edges, what's got the curves, where you might be wanting to put them. And I can already see one that I think I'm going to use as a weir stone. Probably this one here. It's got that nice way that slopes off that edge there. That'll be a nice waterfall rock. So yeah, let's get this lot shifted. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, due to the fact that I cannot get one more thing in that first skip, I've done all I can with the soil I've excavated today. I'm going to apply this stripe release oil to this plywood length here. I've got another piece of cut which is stood the other side. This is just so when I make the concrete forms, it's going to curve around here, the pavers are going to sit on. These are for the steps. The concrete doesn't stick to the wood when I take away the forms basically. So get this on, this take about 20 minutes to dry, do the other one, stand them up for the night. That'll be them done ready for when it's time to get these concrete steps formed in concrete. So end of day 2, a lot of this has been excavated now. When I get the new skip tomorrow, all this edge here will come, I'll take that round to there. I'm going to have the waterfall up in that corner there, coming down, and I'm going to have the intake bay around here with the aqua block underneath. Still got to curve this off here, ready for the concrete steps to go up there. Brought around all the big 300 to 600 boulders, they're still here. Already did the medium ones earlier, so we just got the pallet of the 150 to 200 to go. And back again in the morning. Good morning, it's day 3. Let's get shifting some soil. So, as you can see here, got an old soakaway pipe. Got all the membrane and the shingle there. So obviously that would have run from a point up there, but there's no way that's been in use for years because obviously there's no way really in for that water to go. Anyway, regardless, when I get to, well, when I finish my waterfall line, obviously cut that pipe back. I'll fill it with some cement, block it off, because the last thing I want is rainwater pushing on the reverse side of the liner. So yeah, just these little things that you unearth once you're digging and excavating on jobs. Okay, so seeing as I forgot to press record, I'm going to give you an update on where I am. So I've flattened a lot of the basic pond area, created the shelves where the waterfall's going to be. You can see I kind of got them there. Now, when you're a pond builder, what you're trying to avoid doing is creating what they call a ring of pearls effect, which is basically digging your hole and surrounding all the outside with like a ring of rocks or pebbles or whatever, because it just doesn't look very natural. But because I am basically working towards this, working within the confines of this semicircle of stone, I have got these. The customers saved me those. I'm going to cement them down later on. I'm basically going to keep the ring of pearls effect. Now, because this is going to be a wildlife pond, everything between these stones and that first red line which I've sprayed on is going to slant down with Scottish pebbles. That gives a chance for birds, hedgehogs, any small mammal can come and have a drink from the water without falling in the deep part. First shelf is then going to be about 6-8 inches dug down on that section there, with obviously the boulders on the inside, and then the deep section is going to be within that. Now over this side is where my pump vault and aqua block is going to be, because I'm basically for my intake bay, for the skimming action. The waterfall, biofalls, I'm going to position probably around this section here. I want it facing this way just so the homeowner can have a look through the kitchen window and see the waterfall. So that's going to sort of basically run towards this way, and then the skimming action, the pump water is going to be pulled into the intake bay that way over there. I'm also going to tee off the pipe from the pump with a separate ball valve. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to run a section of pipe along this shelf here, and basically I'm going to drill a series of holes in it, because otherwise we're only going to get water coming down the waterfall. It's going to look nice in that one spot, but what I ideally want is all the rocks on this shelf to get wet. So I'm going to drill a series of holes, and it's going to terminate at this end here. So hopefully the water then should sort of cover all the rocks and boulders as it comes down that face there, rather than just being in one concentrated big waterfall point. So I'm going to leave that alone for now, concentrate on angling this where the steps are going to go up around this way, get rid of that soil in the skip, because I'm going to sort of start saving this soil here now to build up a berm where the biofalls is going to sit, and build up an edge for the rock work to work up to, ready for the planting in between. Okay, so I've excavated this area here where the steps are going to curve round. We're going to follow this sort of line here, brickwork either side of the steps. This section here be filled in to suit the curve with soil. I'm going to have one of the red robins that I dug out of here that I've kept. It's going to probably be planted about here, just at the back of the waterfall. So the idea is that when you're looking back here, the steps curve round, red robin will be about here, sort of, and it's going to be, they're going to be having like a gingerbread house on top of the paving, so that's, the tree is going to slightly hide it, hence why the steps are going to curve away, so we're not looking directly up at it, and then obviously with the waterfall in front. Okay, so what I've done, finished off today with, is created the form for this concrete base for the stair steps, which I will start pouring in first thing tomorrow. So form's all done. It takes me up to a decent level. I need to level this off anyway up here, but that gives me enough for good 4 to 6 inches of MOT type 1 sub base. So I will get this poured in tomorrow and get these steps formed, and then they can be set in then over the weekend. It's Wednesday now, so Thursday they'll be done. I'll keep off on Friday, and then they'll be all good to go next week. Good morning, it's day 4. Time to get concreting. So just to finish off with today, I've got rid of these last stubborn remains of these rotten timber posts, excavated that trench there, so tomorrow first thing I'll get the foundations in for the brick wall. So yeah, it's been a good day's work, a lot of mixing and pouring, but a lot achieved, so that's good. Good morning for day 5. First of all, we're going to concentrate on getting the footings down here for this, where the brick wall's going to be going. I'm going to take the moulding off where the concrete was on yesterday, just so access up the top is easier. Start levelling this off, any excess soil I can put down the side of here, and then maybe even start the biofills cut in on the waterfall section. I'm only here 3 days next week, so it'd be good if I can get a good few bits done today and see how we get on. So that's the wooden frame moulding off of the concrete steps. Pretty happy with how that's turned out. I mean, obviously if this was going to be finished concrete, whereas this isn't, I'm going to be paving treads and risers on this. I'd have taken the moulds off yesterday and done the trowel finish on the edges, but this is all going to be covered. Same as where the little indent where the timber was sitting, that would have come off yesterday while it is still wet and shaped then, but this is all going to be covered, riser and tread. So yeah, happy days. Okay, so footings are done for the brick wall. I've also built up this area here for the first slab to bring that up, leveled that off. Just put some concrete down the left hand side. What I'm going to be doing is basically the brick wall's going to come from this end here. We're going to keep in line with this here, and then what I'm going to do is put the bricks, stagger them up on the left hand edge of this concrete that I formed yesterday. So what now I'm going to do is going to start taking off some of the level of this topsoil for the paved section so I can get some hardcore down. Just got my laser level there, got my grade rod and transit, just working out how much I need to take off. You probably can't see it too much on the phone, but it kind of does this, so it peaks in the middle. So I'm going to concentrate leveling off that middle section. There will be a bit left and right to come off, but the worst section where it's higher is the middle section where those tufts of grass are. So that is my next job. Okay, end of Friday, end of the 5th day, end of the week. So I've cleared, as you can probably see, about I don't know, 8-10 inches in places from this. Built up some of the berm already, some of it's gone back in the skip. Took a lot longer than I thought, because whoever built this up here, he's basically used it as a bit of a dumping ground. There's carpet, wire, cable, plastic bags, lumps of pottery, rock, concrete, anything. So the digging wasn't exactly easy. So I can just see here, I'll probably Monday morning take a bit more back, so I've got enough for my sub base to go. But it's been a good week, and have probably 3 or 4 days here next week.